Give it a few seconds and then pop on. Check that volume, you know the drill. Check that volume. Sounds good to me. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 146 of this live stream playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. I got a little bit of time, so figured get some more story going. So as you can see, back in Garlemald. Ooh, looks like a storm on the distance. Let's get continuing on. Much more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. That's how I say it. Strange bedfellows. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. Not doing too hot. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic, but perhaps they could be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphino, Alice, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our comrades in the area lend their support should be needed. Understood. Oh, and there goes a Aether Current quest. Yeah. With an ominous place like that, you know that this stuff isn't gonna end very well. Ooh, we're getting closer to 86. So I managed to get my fishing to 80, and I got culinarian to 90. Yay! Alchemy will be my next 90, and I'll just keep going up the list. I'm going to try and get botany to 90, and then try and get fishing to 90 as well. Pretty soon we're going to be having our next event, which will be Hatching Tide. Unfortunately, they still continue to disappoint with the rewards. It's a egg-themed, well, Easter egg-themed parasol. And, well, I have got a checkered parasol for all my rain needs. Not one that I'd really want to run around using, but actually I would probably buy... Can I go through here? I can. I would buy a whatchamacallit, a gold parasol over from Gold Saucer. Again, would have been really amazed to see this place before it was destroyed. Hopefully this will let me attune to the Aether Ray here so I don't have to sit here and run back and forth. There's artificial time inflation. It's bloat. But it does offer a little bit of realism. I need to be careful because I'm low on bag space. Hey, it's Graha. Hero. And Julius. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then, when he was alone, he... No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I Aplex. I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die. Most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. When is the next patch due for 7 days? Is that the 18th of this month? We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over to them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see that they reach the camp safely. 15th? Okay. So next month in May, I have my vacation. I'm going to be dutifully recording, right. I don't get that chance. Mine automatically updates. But, back what I was saying, for next month, Doom Dark Ages comes out, so I will be dutifully playing that to completion. I'll be pre-ordering it, so I'll have the extra 2 days of early access. Probably gonna end up buying the premium just so I can get the DLC for no extra charge. Well, you know, don't have to buy the DLC when it comes out. I'll already have it, I should say. Yes, I'll be Doom Guy again. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it, to think that we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it, so take me. Take me with you, please. Yeah, I get back to the frustration, because I know Doom Eternal really frustrated the hell out of me. Especially the DLC, since it capped you. It gave you all the upgrades right at the beginning. So it's like there was no boost to my character. It was all player skill. And we all know how skillful I could be. Oh, I like my Morpho. Well, got the Aetherite sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I could tell, the one from Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Does that mean I can... Yes. Now I gotta go talk with Flavius. Hey, there's Estinian. Ah, it's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. That you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while, the words start to lose meaning, until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. These are beaten people. I think we gotta go in here and see the blood stain. Yep. I'm kind of glad they did it off screen. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, what we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. Though the creatures in temper is skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our lemons and friends. I'd say save it for the tempered, though. Yeah, so we can fix them. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of that riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. Oh, I would have loved to have teamed up with Ankrid. You know, minus the fact that he has had some rough spots, you know, being possessed and everything, and having sometimes a surly attitude. He's actually not a bad chap. They gave me 4 points. Yay. Let's go knock him out. Was it this character? No, it wasn't the challenge log. Nope, it wasn't this one. It was on my main that I ended up getting a armored battle bear mount. I think that was 300 high-level dungeons you had to tank as a warrior in. It's a lot of duties. It's going to be so daunting. Oh, Plex, I have a question for you. They came up with another set of, like, random generated maps. And I'm trying to figure out what would be the best setup for a random gen world. I know I'd probably am going to do a smaller map, so that way it doesn't eat as much data up. And of course, you know, probably have a easier loading time, probably less lag and glitch out. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best, because they had like 2 different sets of random gen worlds. I forgot what it was. My phone's charging right now, I can't look it up. Ah, yes. I gotta weaken you. Oh, it's not emote. Oh, you're not weak enough yet? Or maybe he automatically... There we go. $2K by $2K, okay. It wasn't too bad, it was just a few moments it would kind of rubber band me a little bit. And then of course, you know, the few times where I fell through the world because the chunks didn't load. nothing here. You see no threats on the path ahead. You know, except for those guys staring me down. The Jotun. Yeah, I'm probably going to reduce the world quite a bit. I'm still going to keep the loot maxed out. The loot drops, abundance, XP still going to be maxed out. Still going to max out spawn rate, no running for Zeds. And I'm going to lower their block damage so that way I don't have to worry about the army crushing me. But I also plan on doing I'm going to do 2 worlds. So I'm going to do one that's going to be a regular one, and the other one's going to be Oops All Blood Moons. Why? Because there's just not enough stuff? Can't go 10 feet without going into a new biome? I love how they have the area for Garlemald with the with Edge's hometown theme song. I love the Final Fantasy IV references they sprinkled throughout this X-Pack. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The tempered proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first, and all that. You know, why didn't you just, jot it down? Unless it was too much to write really fast. That information could be vital to, our victory. Ah, hero. I was informed of Quintus's suicide. It must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some are receptive to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. Got quite a few people that would join up. And so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. Troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees, perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of their legatus, and that following his suicide they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would have been tried as a war criminal and his men punished with him. Perhaps by taking his own life, he hoped to absolve them of any culpability. Or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. I got ya. Yay. It would be good. The one thing that kind of bugged me a little bit was the mass multitude of repeat traders that I had. Like, I had like 4 wrecks and like 4 or 5 wrecks. There was like 4 gens, and I had like 2 bends. It was like pretty crazy. In from the cold. I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence, quite well as it happens. I mean, I haven't really left. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Chapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much needed warmth. Furthermore, we've prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium shall find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of wielding a ladle or 2 without your assistance. On your way, might I ask that you seek out Y'shtola. She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Oh, cool, I get to play Nursemaid. Now, that person that just popped into existence, that just means that I've met up with them in terms of the area update. As you complete missions, the world updates and NPCs shift around, stuff happens with the area, etc. The weather changes are all random generated, though. They'll continue to do that. Their weather system is actually pretty robust in this game. Right, I understand. Yeah, I hear you. It's just it's very limited on the PSN because you only have so many people. Yes, I've been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. But what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with between the temperate and the first wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day one, and in so doing invite disaster. Upon settling down for supper, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yes, let's get that restful respite, while I take a swig of water. Notice how the moon keeps cropping up in cutscenes. Very poignant. Oh, at least. I don't see Sadhu. It's a bunch of disco balls going off.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes. We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll
Yeah.
see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Soup. Personally, I'm more of a stew kind of person, but soup's not bad. Nice. Does help with getting progression going too, because each person can run around and gather certain supplies en masse.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Yeah, I back when I was on Twitch, this is back before 1.0, this is still an alpha, I ran around with a few other people, and they had I think it was the electrical station they had refurbished into a fortress, and it was pretty banger. It was a really good base. Unfortunately, we were hopping around and didn't know that the structural integrity of their tower was kind of suspect. So we're getting ready for Horde Night, and we're having fun. We're just hopping around waiting for the Blood Moon to start, and you hear that ping, and then the entire the entire structure collapsed in the center, and we all had broken legs. So that was a fun start to that. Luckily, it wasn't the main building. It was just kind of like the watchtower in the center. It was a bunch of, I think it was a bunch of like metal trussing blocks and some other stuff, and it just wasn't. It wasn't meant to hold like 4 people on it at once, hopping around. You know, we just completely destroyed it.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
And there was also another part where we were checking out a house, and we didn't know that the back wall was blown out. We go in there, and we're checking for loot, and all of a sudden you hear someone scream, bear, and it wasn't just a regular bear, it was a Zed bear. And it's just funny watching that person sprint out of the doorway, and this huge bear come out right afterwards. We had a fun time putting it down.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
I'm waiting. I wish I still had the videos. It's probably around somewhere. I have to look it up.
The hells you did? We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
Oh, wow. Do they just plummet?
I did a damn sight more than you, you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here. At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it.
He's just standing there. He's not really at attention.
I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
Soup in a cup.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
I need, I'm gonna be doing exactly close to what you're doing with, you know, putting a base by, wrecked. Yeah, I know, it's gonna be kind of a glutton for punishment kind of thing. I mean, that would help.
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible.
Oh.
Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rift between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsebard contingent. We owe it all to you.
Oh yeah, by the way, this Endwalker expansion, this brings the current story arc to a close. This ties up pretty much all loose ends by the end.
We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
As do I. We often don't have the luxury of choice. I'll keep it simple.
I'm honored to fight by your side. As an Eorzean and Garlean both, I shall do all in my power to bring my peoples together.
Yes and no, Plex. There is one more expansion after this one where it's supposed to be the spirit of adventure brought back in, but it does still have some kind of like crises in them. That one is the current expansion. So I'm only one expansion behind right now. I'm getting closer to catching up.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Minus the ruination of your entire culture and, country, but I digress.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast. As if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean.
In a way.
On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
Something's gonna ruin the mood. Not the flower, though. Oh, the radio. I think it might be dungeon time.
On behalf of the Gallian Empire, thank you for inviting me today.
What? Emperor Varys?
They are being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
This is the rough part. Oh no. Oh, I have this part now. Oh. I knew this was coming up eventually. I didn't think it was this soon. Oh, this is gonna be rough.
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short. I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Yeah.
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
Give me back my body. This is such a pain in the arse. I want to do it. I would be sarcastic.
Come now. To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine? I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Zos Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima.
Yes, that anima.
It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
He's like, whatever.
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost his appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself. Together.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity.
Now the question is if you had managed... Oh, is he just gonna dump me in the air? Oh, never mind.
Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making his way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to anima.
Fun.
Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Annoyingly so. So this is a hardcore don't fight this duty. In from the cold. Alright. In the coming battle, you will fight as an unknown. Imperial reach Camp Broken Glass within a time limit. Oh, I do have to fight some fights, it looks like. Ooh, definitely don't stand in that. See how quickly I'm dying? Ah, shnikes, he stunned me.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
I don't even think my health is recovering. The Tempered Imperial has breathed his last. Inspect the fallen Imperial. You find a medical kit. The unfortunate soldier was carrying a medical kit. You may use medical kits to restore depleted HP, while you can only carry a limited number. More can be found by inspecting falling soldiers or wrecked Magitech. On pay respects. You offer a silent prayer for the deceased. Were you in possession of your own body, you may have had the capacity to subdue rather than slay this tempered soldier. In this battle, you are unable to use the full extent of your powers. To reach Camp Broken Glass quickly, you should avoid combat whenever possible. If you are discovered, your foes will give chase. The Magitech units are especially powerful, and your chances of defeating them in your current state are slim at best. Fun. Magitech Reaper's fighting days are over. Hey, Death Dealer. Thank you. Sack contains a medical kit. Yay! The soldiers breathe his last. Is Plex still even here? I think Plex might have left. Alright, so I've got to find a way to get around all these Imperials. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, it is pretty rough. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Crap. Front of the gate is still remains. The Magic Reaper itself has damage beyond repair. Yeah, I need to I need to hurry. I went the wrong way. So I'll just cut down from behind upon closer inspection. I got a medical kit. Sweet. I was wondering why I was getting too easy to go this way, because I was slowly digging myself a grave. Breathe is less. Damn it. Well, we'll go the long way around. Oh, you suck. You guys do move. Scanning for targets. I wish I could sprint. No, don't get stuck on the ground. I do not need to get killed by a stupid Magitech claw. I have to go this way. I don't trust that claw right there. Alright, cool. Of course. Damn it. Oh, shnikes. I can't see for beans. Ooh. I need this slasher to move. I need to get that way. And of course the soldiers moved. At this rate, I'm not going to make the time limit. Wait for this one to move. At least I have a ooh, no you don't, you little pain in the tail. By the way, I don't heal. Well, I'm... Naturally, I have to use any med kits that I get. I guess I gotta get to the main street and then head south. If it's a red line, you can't pass it, by the way. I gotta find a break in the... Oh, you kidding me? I have to find a break in the line. This is so annoying. There has to be a break in the line somewhere. Poor soul appears to have been slain by a temperate. Upon closer inspection, discover a medical kit. Sweet, I got another med kit. This guy's gonna attack me if I'm not careful. At this rate, I'm not going to beat the time limit. Fuck. I remember failing this the first time. Oh, now I'm back here again. Okay, so I can go this way. This Magitech Reaper's leg has been damaged, but the weaponry should still function. You may be able to clear a path if you could find the identification key and fuel. Oh, you... You've not been turned? Thank goodness. I thought I was the only one left. The bastards got my hand when they took down my Magitech Reaper. If you can repair its leg, though, it should still work. Here, take this key. If it's run out of ceruleum, you might be able to find more in the wreckage. Alright, I got the key at least. Alright, so I can't go that way. Alright, so I need to find fuel. Wait for him to turn back. I'm gonna check this Reaper over here. Should be fuel in it. I remember one of them I checked had fuel in it. Come on, move, you pain in the tail. I really don't want to fight. Thank you. Can't sprint either. Magitech Reaper's fighting days are over. However, you find a medical kit in the cockpit. Crap baskets. I mean, a medical kit works, but I need fuel. Otherwise, this is Dunyan rings. Purely lies dead. Upon closer inspection, I got a medical kit. It was too much hope to think that he would have a... Oh, no. Crap. If I get more than one of these guys on me, I'm pretty much screwed. And you don't get very many med kits either. Please let this Reaper have the stuff I need on it. Magitech Reaper's fighting days are over. Medical kit. Crap baskets. Meanwhile, I'm getting more and more lost. I guess I should just try and get as many medkits as possible. However, this was fought until the bitter end. Upon close infection, I got a medical kit. Yay. I think that these enemies respawn too. I need to find the stupid ceruleum. Crud. Maybe I can just outrun him. I think it was all the way over here. I think he'll rubber band back. I don't know. I'm just glad that that one guy, I guess not. Magitech Reaper's fighting days are over. Every time I don't find one. What's this sack over here? Please be ceruleum. I just need enough. Vial of Salutaris. Oh. Lame. I got a regen effect. Fuel. Here we go. Fuel concealing wreckage. Ceruleum gauge indicates that some fuel remains. You should be able to remove the tank and carry it into another location. Now I need to remember where the hell the damn Magitech Reaper was at. Oh, my hands are full. I can't fight in this. I really, really need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Because now I can't fight at all, because my hands are full. You suck. I've got a grand old time of 10 minutes left. I do not want to go through this again. Come on! I'm going wide. Risking it for the biscuit. Alright, cool. We're back. Board the Magitech Reaper and clear a path. Oops. Disembark. Proceed while avoiding. Gotta wait for him to run this way. Really? You're gonna have me huck it on there? You gonna let me hide in this corner? Thank fuck God on that one. You there, please help us. And I gotta assist the civilians. Oh, that hurt a little bit. At least these are easier to kill. Ow. Some of these guys aren't going to make it. That hurt. Now I gotta be careful. Whoa, what are you? Corrupted Imperial. Ow. This down for the count crap's annoying. lot of these guys are almost dead. Oh! Ow. Oh, am I dead now? Unable to escape the blast, you begin to lose consciousness. I don't remember this part. Oh shit. Holy friggin' crap, button mash city pain. Ugh. Crawl to safety and regain consciousness. The last of your strength to crawl to Camp Broken Glass. That's a long crawl. I had some med kits. What happened to them? They didn't just blow up, did they? I feel like I'm gaining a little bit of speed. So I gotta head roughly that way.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
That's good.
And what of Euless? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw him leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
Because I didn't leave.
While I know full well he can handle himself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
Too convenient. Don't trust it.
Case closed.
Not that easy.
That's him. Over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive his presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now. All's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Nice. Enough Xenos or get away from them, you bastard. I'm gonna say get enough Xenos.
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I have yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay, predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether, and then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days!
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
Psycho.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. He's awake.
I'm back. Is everyone alright? So I'm not dead yet. Say, everyone alright?
Perfectly fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
In a little bit. Real life, not so much, but I'll be back fighting fit in game in no time.
Everything in working order?
Hopefully.
That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
Hey, I'm back, yay. You're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good. Though I won't promise the same for Fandaniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days or no, this ends now. Level 83. Gateway of the Gods. Are you well enough to make your report? This anima was summoned with the corpse of Emperor Varus. Does their depravity know no bounds? It seems not. More to the point, we can surmise that the wave of Aether issued not from the Tower of Babel, but from the primal lurking within it. A primal whose cry rang rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If you were to take into the tower itself, then this proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that it is the beating heart of the Telophoroid's machinations. In which case, we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Levieurs, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Thancred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with a tempered and enemy magitech. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus, we propose dividing our forces into two parties, one to distract and one to infiltrate. The diversionary force will be comprised of the Ishgardian, Gridanian, and Lamidan delegations. They will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telophoroi believe we are marching upon the tower. Look here. The facility marked in red is the Enceladium, a vast magitech manufactory, in ruins now, of course. But the freight tunnel connecting it to the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. While the Telophoroid's attention is elsewhere, our infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If it can carry their material, it can carry us too, provided we sneak aboard unseen. The Scions will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, you must locate and dispatch Fandaniel and Xenos. That's quite a bit. You'll save the people of Garlemald and those who suffer the world over. I'll have my vengeance yet. It's time that we ended this once and for all. I'm going to do the first one. Aye, Euless and so many others have lost much to the Telophoroi. We shall ensure they lose no more. How quickly can we enact this plan? Fandaniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Our paramount concern, even, assuming he didn't name the tower Babel on a whim. In Amon's time, it meant Gateway to the Gods. Xandi used it to refer to a Void Gate, but in this case, it almost certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and most powerful of primals, Zodiark. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan and are ready to move at a moment's notice. You are to proceed north to Forum Patens. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. I'm already ready. Back in my body. Let's mosey on. I will be definitely hitting 87 once I do that dungeon. That's gonna pull. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't. So we are definitely going to get this dungeon in before I have to end this part. Ooh, I might actually hit 1,000,000 again as well. I did spend a little bit of money before this stream started so I could get a turn-in done, since I couldn't get the fish because I haven't unlocked the area yet. Alright, Hero. The way into the tunnel is clear. We've made sure of it. I wish you'd made sure to bring a coat instead. Then we'd best get in there before we freeze, especially you. Oh, the shoe will be on the other foot once we're in, believe you me. A good fight should warm us right up. Huh. Barely enough cloth to swaddle a newborn. Clearly you have spent too long around this feral dog of a Deltharo. Watch your tongue, fool, lest I feed it to the crows. And we'll see who is the fool when you freeze to death. Expect me not to warm your ill-prepared hide. These furs are for myself and my Nama alone, should I be blessed to meet her this day. If any woman of worth would wish to be warmed by you, little son, should we find such a warrior within, she will bask in my glorious flame. Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. As for extra furs, I have plenty to spare. As do we. Hello everyone, all set for battle, I see. Yes, free of unnecessary encumbrances, if rather more susceptible to the cold. Let us review our strategy quickly, if you don't mind. Pippin's group has gone ahead to the Insuladium. We are to meet them there. We wait until the Tempered's attention is drawn by our diversionary force, then we sneak onto the train. Next stop, Tower Babel. If any Tempered included are injured, we Zayla will tend to them. You Science must press on no matter what. Understood. We should avoid moving as a group until we're underground, so we'll need to make our own ways to the Insuladium. See you there. I have 5 bag slots. Thankfully, I won't be rolling any gear. I'm not going to need it. Can I get by this guy without pulling? Yeah. Hail, it's good to see you, Hero. We heard that you collapsed, but were given only the most cursory explanation. I'm glad you have recovered, and quickly enough to take part in the operation at that. As you'll have heard, we've secured the way in. Some few are to remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrade from Lens Tears will lead the way into the station. I'll join you soon. The station is right this way. Tread lightly now. Proceed to the station? Yep. This is everyone. Consider the enemy well and truly distracted. Time to go. Our primary objective is, of course, to kill off Roy's leaders, but should we be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Animo, we must seize it. If it is indeed the force behind the towers, destroying it will deliver our allies from the Tilof Roy's reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Garlean people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ashen, or anything else. Hear, hear. There's been enough of that. We came to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do, together. Till the very end. The train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. I think a loud roar would be a bad idea. Tower of Babel. Now we just gotta wait. That didn't take long.
Now or never. Nice, they gave me regen right beforehand. I need some crits. Wait. More crits. Time for the first boss. Barnabas!
Another Final Fantasy IV boss. This guy was actually kind of annoying to beat. Alright, so this is gonna pull me. Oh. This is gonna push me away. I'm gonna let him come this way. They ain't hit me with that. Down for the count. Bye, Barnabas. None of this gear is useful for me anyways. It's all, it's all under my gear score. Oh, actually it's tied. 530 is my current gear score. Time for some crits. How much XP did I get? 734? Actually, oh no, I will. Okay. Kind of like the music. Vibing with it. Oops, I think I stepped in that. I guess people are gonna skip the coffers. Well, I can't do anything until after these guys are destroyed because the doors are locked. Second boss is Luge, the other half of the Barnabas fight. Magic check chakram. I believe it was minimized. Don't get big yet. Yeah, I can do it. Thermal suppression. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Woo! That was close. The fight on is toads. Hey, leveled. Nope. Here we go. I gotta be careful. They have little crusher claws. Whoa. I'm glad I didn't pull any more than what I just did. Oh, I couldn't pull anymore anyways. Whoa, that's rough. I'll just go ahead and recover my health. These hyper-tuned have always been a pain in my tail. And we're at the last boss already. Anima, as y'all know, Final Fantasy X callback. One of my favorite summons ever. This thing is pure like nightmare fuel. Icon of icons, Anima. The Iron Womb. Okay. Mega Graviton. Anima begins feeding on souls. Yay, lovely. Boundless pain. Oh, that hurt. And parry at him. Ah, perfect. I used my best attack right when they go throw me into this. Basically, I burned it. And here's the other half of Anima. You gotta get ready for the claws. Yay. Now I'll just all group up. So much crittage. This is the only side without a corner one. Yay, I did it. Glory, glory, glory be. Basically what it said before it died. Alrighty. Whoever I was grouped with, I appreciate it. Hey,
Farewell,
Kefka.
Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Come. The other two await.
Oh, hey, nice. Yeah, it was a good one. I enjoyed that group. It was very clean. I'm actually surprised.
Madness ends here.
I'm actually surprised I remembered some of the mechanics.
Oh, hush. This is the best part.
I love Astidian.
Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
I think Fandaniel's a sad facsimile for Kefka. Kefka did it first.
Some manner of magical defense?
Uh-oh.
Cryle? But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Hydaelyn! Feeble relic of a forgotten age! Hark! Victory is mine!
And wind is the last to go. Oh, wow, it actually held.
No more ether. And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
Am I gonna be able to pop it?
What
Nope.
was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thralls. Should the Empire fall, the world must share her fate. Of course, Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman, you monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and they're powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
Yes, people, we are going to the moon. Oh, Kryl.
I have asked too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Fandaniel said.
Split forces up. I'm the one Xenos wants. Only I can bring an end to this. Garlemald's fate is in your hands. I'm gonna go do this.
You're going alone?
Been a lot of hand clenching this X-Pack.
You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours.
Mm-hmm.
Our friends in the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful. There's no telling what you'll find.
Another blast from the past. Alright, if all the Tempered are affected, Neulus and his comrades likely put up quite the struggle. We'll find a way to save them, we must. I only pray we are not too late. In the meantime, may the 12 carry you to victory. You may now enter the Tower Babel with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. A trip to the moon. My apologies, I was lost in thought. This device is of Alagon design, which leads me to think I was right about Fandaniel. No matter what he claims, he still has an attachment to the trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. But let us turn to the task at hand. As Hydaelyn said, the flow of aether will transport you to Mare Lamentorum. We must hope this ally of hers can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the seal before Xenos and Fandaniel arrive to stop you. It seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you'll make up the difference. Know that whatever awaits, our prayers are with you. Now go, beyond the sky. I'll have just enough time to go to the moon. Excuse me. And I broke 1 million. And I'm halfway to 88. Yay.
Long, long before Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal, the eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
One of the most breathtaking landscapes they've ever crafted. You with me. Heidelin's champion. And of course, there's another throwback to Final Fantasy IV because you did go to the moon and the final area. I return. I must return. Why? Why? Kind of reminds me of the reunion. From Final Fantasy VII. Good thing this guy doesn't get hurt by the AoE. Alright, I'm getting tired of these things. Eat crits. Home. I want. I need. You mustn't touch. In cerulean halls, find me. The cool thing about it is the planets in the background, and depending on where the sun is, you can actually see it either in, right now it's in shadow, but like, you can also see it lit up. I want this aetheryte. This massive aetheryte. Yay, I'm attuned. That is the planet, or the moon, I mean. This looks familiar. No steps echo through this looming spire save your own, but you nevertheless sense a presence above. Thank God I can still mount here. I am halfway to 88. Whoa. And I think I'm only like level 84 in the storyline, so I'm still a solid 4 levels ahead. It'd be nice to hit 90 though soon, so that way I could just buy my loot. Ooh. Oh, that is so beautiful. He's the Watcher. Apologies, I have been preoccupied for quite some time and am out of practice at conversation. Ever since this moon was created by Hydaelyn, I have served as an integral part. I am the Watcher. I am responsible for the prisoner and the devices that hold him fast. Zodiark. Zodiark himself, a projection of the moon's core. Though rent asunder by Hydaelyn, he grows more powerful with every rejoining. 7 there have been, 7 too many. And yet, for all his servants' machinations, he remains incomplete. The fallen are beyond salvation. No attempt will be made to free Zodiark, not until he is whole once more. But someone has taken action. The shackles that hold him nearly shattered. Six locks to his gowl, great and grand. Gargantuan swords driven deep, brands to bind Zodiark forevermore. Five were destroyed by his would-be liberator. One of these I have restored. I strive to mend the remaining 4, but my efforts are being impeded. Souls sacrificed to summon Zodiark, their manifestation consequence of the waning seal. They labor in opposition to my work. They must be expelled for the preservation of all. If keeping Zodiark imprisoned is the right thing to do, I will aid you. I will only resort to expelling them if all else fails. I'm going to say that. Of that I have no doubt. You are her chosen. I am the Watcher and the Gowler. I am not the judge. Know this, Hydaelyn commands the forces of stasis, and this moon is the product of such power. So long as Zodiark remains imprisoned in this place, no more sacrifices will be made in his name, nor will those souls rendered in his name fade into oblivion. Go, meet with these wandering spirits, do what you think is right. I'll be lucky if my head comes up to that person's knee. A trip to the moon. I think now I hit level 84. Nope, I'm still 83. Never mind. Sea of Sorrow. You must confront those lost souls, yes, but you need not expel them by might of arms. A feathered touch, a firm word, simple methods may send them away, faint echoes as they are. Wear the strength of sentiment that drives them, however, emotions that do not fade even with the passage of centuries. And make haste, though yet distant, unwelcome guests draw closer. So basically I gotta clear out the nails. Or swords, as they're called. Cowabunga. Down again. But I'm going to leave that here with a nice view of Zodiark and the planet. Thank you all for watching. This has been part 146 of my livestream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep up with the content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. We're going to continue on the moon. Next video. Yay. We got to that point. I'm so glad.